So, I always do that. I always say so whenever I start recording. I really need to work on that. But change of plans. My dad is actually coming to help on the car a little bit. So I will utilize him today for finishing setting the coilovers in place. Maybe we'll start putting together some of the brake system. Actually, might go as far as putting everything on the axle for the brake system. So backing plates, caliper, rotor, bearings, get all that stuff greased up. I picked up grease and whatnot for that already, so I'm kind of ready to do so. We actually need to get some gas for the welder, so I might send him to go run and do that since he has an account, and just take things a couple steps at a time. Start crackling in the background. Got some bacon going because I love bacon and I just got back from the gym. So we'll keep things rolling. See how it goes. Yeah, so basically gotta drop the coil off because, as it says on this little fun piece of paper right here, anti-seize must be applied to the shock thread body before adjusting height, or else you will void your warranty. So I went and got some.
Okay.
Went and got some there. Really, all I gotta do is this, because I just have everything kind of loose in here, so it's not really a big deal to do. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Trying to remember what we used to use anti-seize on.
I have to do more than just this because it's not spread very far. I'd have to.
Well, I would say just go ahead and put some more on, and then run it back up.
That's kind of my
Thought
too. I mean, so on that side, I have it the bungee hooked on the lower control arm like I had on this side. If you want to basically do the same thing, one thing we should probably do is tighten up these lower shock mounts. They look like they're going to be 9/16. There should be a 9/16 wrench and ratchet and socket on top of the toolbox. And we'll tighten up those, and then we'll work on...
Oh, speaking of which, I got you what they call black gold in the mechanic trade. It's a rubber mat to go on top of your toolbox.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've had it forever, and I was going to go ahead and cut it up and put it in the drawers.
Yeah, if you'll go ahead and run and grab that real quick. So now we got a pretty good helping of anti-seize on here. We should be good as far as warranty goes. I mean,
yeah.
Okay. Perch. Put on the spring perch bearing. Then put on the spring. Put on perch mount. Make sure that's lined up, and then grab it just where the little snap ring is for where the bushing rests to start moving it up towards the shock tower. Shock tower, and then now that it's in the shock tower, I'm going to have my dad go ahead and jack up the lower control arm so we get that spring to compress a little bit. sure it's coming through that hole nice and centered, which it is, which is awesome. So we're gonna just leave it right there for right now. Put on the bushing of the nut, and then tighten it down, and that'll be that.
Got the wrench?
It is right here. And then, of course, one other little thing, we accidentally put 2 jam nuts and then 2 regular nuts, and so they look like they're off, but they're really not. It's that we forgot to do something. But that's just the way it goes, right?
That's it.
So one of the things I found was, I felt, a pretty good vintage engine piece, which it came with the correct distributor for it. I'll give you that.
Distributor.
Yeah. And
Cross ram?
it's not a cross ram, which there may be a top that allows a cross ram, but
Original manifold?
it is a Smoky Eunuch.
Okay, Smoky Ram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was part of like his road racing stuff that he had. And so I found this S1Y intake, which we're going to find the hardware for it, and also clean up all of the bubble wrap that's disappearing right now. But no, I mean, I've seen a few of these for sale, but they're usually like $1,200 bucks. But they require a specific distributor because of the height of everything, and clearance. But we just gotta figure out, which these are all probably quarter 20. Figure out the hardware for these. Did I almost fall over?
Might even have a 2-inch spacer.
The
carbureted.
but these were kind of like the original, like air gap style manifold. And I guess what happened is what he did, he invested and got half the tooling through Edelbrock, and then Edelbrock went ahead and started saying like, oh, they're not that great, like so on and so forth, so they didn't sell. They retooled and basically designed their own air gap manifold underneath his nose and like patented it because he was told not to patent it, even though he was the one that designed it. But since he did a lot of specialty was oriented around road racing, this was kind of one of the ones that would work well for trying to put together a little road racing type of build. So I'm gonna put that in here. You can toss that distributor on top to hold it down. You were saying you think you had one of these?
Yeah.
And you just never installed it?
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
That was when I was in my 20s, though.
Yeah.
So,
I get you.
when I had my 68.
Well, might not be a Camaro, but should be a lot more fun.
Fun.
Yeah. The
If not more so.
oh, you want to undo the jack?
I can do that. I have the technology. That's what happens when you work with a bunch of engineers, you know?
Yeah. You learn
how to use a floor jack.
Yeah, there's that too, huh?
Coilovers are done. They're in. They're secured. They look good. I overthought it at one point in time, and in the end we figured it out. So
That's a good thing.
that's a good thing.